we're here.
And we're back.
And here it comes. We are live. Hey.
Hey.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to our Sunday night offering of Astronomy Outreach, the Sunday Night Astronomy Show. Astronomy Edutainment. Hey. First of all, I'd like to welcome back our two regular co-hosts, Mr. Paul Owen from the Moonshot Observatory in beautiful Hampton. Mr. Paul.
Hello.
Hey. And also Mr. Mike Powell from the PFO Observatory here in St. John. Mikey.
Good evening.
Hey, Mikey. All right. Well, on tonight's episode of the Sunday Night Astronomy Show, now last week, Voyager celebrated its 48th anniversary. And as it approaches one light day from Earth, which is happening in November apparently of next year, it continues to outperform any expectations. Tonight we're going to take a closer look at some of the details of this long-term mission, what we've learned about the mission, where it's going, and how we're keeping it going for almost 25 billion kilometers away.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's a stretch.
Yeah. Also, Vinyl Bud will return with another fine binocular target of the week. Paul's going to deliver another interesting Rosanna's fun fact for us. I'll offer a quick view of what's up this week, and I'll have your photo submissions to share. So sit back and enjoy, everybody. And remember, this is a family-friendly, live, and interactive broadcast, so we love to see your comments coming up on the screens. So let's get started then with a look at how the Voyager 1 mission is doing at the moment. We're all about
Launched
when?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Launched in 1977, was it?
1977. Yes, it was. Yep.
Wow.
September of 1977.
How old were you in 1977?
17.
Me?
Yeah.
I was 18.
18.
Yeah.
What about you?
I was 16.
I was 17. Now we're showing our ages.
We sure are.
Many moons ago. Many moons have passed. Yeah.
Well, it was built like a 70s car, so it's made to go on forever.
That's right. That's right. That's so true.
Not K car. Which was
Is
built
that
to
what he
last
put up
70
there
days.
before? Is that what he must put up there? Was a K car, wasn't it?
You don't think so? Tesla, maybe?
I thought there was a K car or something up there. I don't know.
I know Tesla's car. I'd love to see what it looks like today, all cooked with radiation and stuff. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, it probably broke down anyway.
Yeah. Most are.
Some alien set it on fire. I don't know.
Let's have a look quick. First of all, I'm going to show a screen here that shows its position right now. So I'm going to share a window. I think it's going to be this one. Oh, share that one. Yep.
There you go.
Okay, so this is the mission status right now of Voyager 1 and 2. This is coming right from NASA's JPL website. And Mike taught me a trick here to go control, and let's move up the screen first of all. There we go. And then a control and zoom in. And I'd like you to pay special attention to this one right here. It says the distance from Earth. And look at how quickly the kilometers are changing. So that's
Going
about
pretty fast, isn't it?
That's about 17 kilometers a second. So that's from here to your place, Paul. I guess maybe you're
17 kilometers?
Would that be not that much? Would be longer than that, or what?
Oh my God, yeah, much longer. From the west side to my house is 38 kilometers.
Oh wow, okay. All right, well, half that distance.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, you travel that far, so we get to your house in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
A couple of seconds, yeah. Can you imagine?
And it's been doing that now
That's
for
almost as good as beaming aboard, isn't it?
almost.
It'd be hard on the brakes.
Yeah.
In fact, it will probably be faster than beaming aboard.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, yeah, one-way light time at 23 hours, 19 minutes, and 52 seconds right now for Voyager 1. 19 hours, 27 minutes, and 4 seconds for Voyager 2. So we're going to hit the 24-hour mark here on Voyager 1, and apparently in November of 2026. So that'll be one light day away. So think about that. It takes one complete day for a message to get all the way out to Voyager. And then, of course, a day to get it back again. One light day seems like a long time, but when we talk about
That distance.
the Proxima Centauri, the next closest star to us, being 4 light years away, then the vastness is just, blows you away.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They
you multiply Voyager by 365. That'll give you 1 light year.
Times
Multiply
4.3.
that.
So, but still, I mean, to know that we're still talking to a spacecraft that's been out there 48 years, I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way we expected this to happen this long, right? And some of the, like they've encountered many obstacles along the way. I'll say, engineering obstacles that they had to overcome. And the crew that's there now at NASA JPL are also they've been there for a couple of decades, so they're training the new fellows that are coming in how to talk to Voyager 1 because 1977 technology.
Yeah.
I mean, it was being built in 1972, just when we were landing, when we finished our last mission on the moon. They were building Voyager at that time, and it's only because the planets line up in this one pattern every 185 years that Voyager could actually do the missions that it did. It was using each planet as a slingshot to get to the next one, and the way that they lined up, it was possible to visit all those planets, all the gas giants, on one trip. And it only happens every 185 years, and 185 years ago we didn't have the technology to be able to do that. So it's just
They never even had MOSFET circuits.
no, exactly.
Well, that is the first ship to go out with a CMOS circuit. Yes.
Okay.
So it did have CMOS circuit. The only thing is, now this is the one that blows me away. The maximum amount of memory it can accept at once is 69.63 kilobytes.
Yeah, which is nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing in today's computers anyway. Not even a picture. Like
No. I've got cards here that'll transfer 1,700 megabytes a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 16.63 kilobytes. So what they do is they can store the messages on it's an 8-track tape.
Wow.
That blew me away to see that Voyager has an 8-track tape player on board.
This is
That's
the actual
cool.
spacecraft itself with all the different science instruments on it, and the magnetometer. Here's the radioisotope thermoelectric generator, or the nuclear powered portion of the spacecraft that is continuously depleting. It's down to, I think it's 23 watts or something right now.
Yeah.
Half of the wattage it would take to run a refrigerator light bulb. That's what it's leaving at when it leaves there. And by the time it arrives here, apparently now, it's at a billionth of a watt, which is an attowatt. So that's how weak the signal is by the time it arrives here after 24 hours of travel time. These are the experiments that are left on board that are actually running right now. There are 3 left on Voyager 1 and 3 left on Voyager 2. And of course, they're turning them off on a regular basis now to conserve power, because we wanted to be able to talk to these spacecraft as long as we possibly can into 2030s. They're thinking now that they may be able to get to 2036 with the way things are happening right now. So anyway, that's my little beef on it. I'll stop sharing here.
Well, I'm just reading down. Can you go back to that?
Yep.
Go back to that screen? Or
Yep.
would that be a big deal?
No, just give me a second here. I'll flip back to it. We're right here. This one.
So I'm just looking at the camera in portions of it,
Mhm.
the spectrometer, the photopolometer, and the planetary radio astronomy. All of that has been turned off. The infrared has been off since June 3rd, 1998.
Yeah. Well, those, like the camera has been off because they don't have anything to take a picture of. Like it's
Right.
Well, it's not yet because she's shooting vastness.
Yeah. The last
So,
picture.
so for the 40 some years it's been out there.
Yeah.
You think about that. You're on the road for 40 some years. You think you're going to run into something, a pothole or a rock.
Mm. Yeah.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
No.
That's unbelievable.
So
But
yeah,
that's how long it's been shut off, right?
the last picture they took was on February 14th of 1990, which is the one that Carl Sagan convinced NASA to turn the spacecraft around to take one last picture of the solar system because it was actually flying above the plane of the
Yeah.
planets, right?
Famous pale blue dot.
Yeah, pale blue dot picture, and the family portrait as well. So it does have a picture of all the planets
Yeah.
in the shot. I think there was one, maybe Mercury was missing because on the other side, but
Yeah, it's very cool.
very cool. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to look at more information on this, there's a whole section here on the Voyager missions on the NASA's website, Voyager Home website here. So it gets all into and what's on the golden record, all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Mission updates and the latest news. So you can visit that at NASA science.nasa.gov and then /mission/Voyager. Take this back up to sharing again. Back to you, Mike.
Well, I was just going to share a video here that talks about that whole coming up to one light day in order to get the information back and forth from it. Let me see if I can just share the screen here. This one should be it. I think my sound is being shared, so. Can you hear that?
No. Yeah, no sound. You want to try sharing it again, maybe? And you might have to click sound on, Mike, when you're sharing. If it's, you have to share it from a tab in Google Meets as well. If you have a tab,
Yeah, I get the audio shared.
okay.
Maybe it's this one. I try application window.
Google has a problem sharing audio, unless it's a byte or a site from Google itself.
Yeah, still no sound, Mike.
No,
No good.
no sense presenting if I don't have sound, I guess. But yeah, I can show this. Remember I said there was an 8-track player on board?
Yep.
I found a picture of it.
Okay.
That's it there.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
And that's how they store, because they can't take in any more than whatever 69 kilobytes of information. They send the information up, it stores it on there, and then they have to search the whole aircraft, all the different cards and parts, for spaces to store the information until they need it. And it's got to remember the sequence in order to bring all that information back together again. And that blows me away. Now, I remember back when I got out of high school and I went to community college for the first time, and I was taking some computer programming back then, and it's programmed originally in Fortran. And I remember Fortran using it, but I can't remember anything about it today. So you can imagine, how old that is if the ship was initially programmed in Fortran 5, then they upgraded to Fortran 77. And then eventually they did a big evolution movement on it up to C programming. And that's how they talk to it today, is using that C programming, which is kind of interesting. But there's so little memory on board that it's difficult. You send the stuff out there, hope it gets it. Got to transmit back. There's another 24 hours to see if it actually got the info, and then did it put it in the right places.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've been waiting for this thing. It takes forever. Just patience alone makes you wonder. And they're still talking to it.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to bring people out of retirement to show the kids today how to talk to it. That's crazy. It's been out there that long, and still going. Like I said, she's built timeless. It's going to keep going forever. Here is one of the original circuit boards, as they call it. And they just get stacked in like this. Look at
Can you imagine?
like it's crazy stuff. There's that one there is a sub-assembly board, I guess. And it's all real wires. There's no chips on there whatsoever. It's real wires, real capacitors, real like everything.
And very reliable.
Extremely reliable.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What's this one? Oh, that's a different one. That's on the Magellan. But I was just looking at some of the circuit boards that go on these things. Yeah, to sit back and look at that and go, how redundant is all that stuff and how it's lasted. You know,
Yeah.
Tesla set a car up there and it's basically fried now from all the radiation.
Yeah.
And they were talking about uh, how this computer system on board Voyager is so well insulated that the radiation from deep space is still not actually hitting inside, how well it's protected. And they're saying if they ever look at future missions, this is the one that taught them, you know, this is how we can get out there and not have radiation kill everything on the inside.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
from a machine that's, you know, 50 years, coming up on 48 years old or whatever. It's, it blows you away.
Let me run you by one of the engineering issues that they had. Hang on a second, try to share my screen here again. This one should be this one here, I think. Here.
48 years.
So yeah, I had a little presentation that we had done previously, but there's some of the same slides. So Voyager 1 and 2 have been flying for more than 48 years and are the only two spacecraft to operate in interstellar space. Their advanced age has meant an increase in the frequency and complexity of technical issues and new challenges for the mission engineering team. Communication with Voyager 1 is incredibly complex due to the extreme distances involved, the age of the spacecraft, and its outdated technology. These challenges affect everything from signal strength to the time it takes to send and receive commands. Now, the signal from Voyager 1 is extremely weak, with a power of less than an attowatt, a billionth of a watt, by the time it reaches Earth, despite being transmitted by a 23-watt radio. NASA uses the DSN, or Deep Space Network, a global network of gigantic, highly sensitive parabolic dish antennas that are far larger than the spacecraft's own antenna. These large dishes are designed to capture and concentrate the faint microwave radiation from Voyager. NASA engineers have faced many hurdles. Here's an example. Engineers at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory revived a set of thrusters aboard the Voyager 1 spacecraft. I was just watching a comment there. Voyager 1 spacecraft that had been considered inoperable since 2004. Now, these are thrusters that haven't worked since 2004. Fixing the thrusters required creativity and risk, but the team wanted to have them available as a backup to a set of active thrusters whose fuel tubes are starting to experience a buildup of residue that could cause them to stop working as early as this fall. In addition, the mission needed to ensure that the availability of the long dormant thrusters before May the 4th, when the Earth-bound antenna that sends commands to Voyager 1 and its twin Voyager 2 went offline for a few months of upgrades. So from May the 4th through February 2026, Deep Space Station 43, a 70-meter wide antenna in Canberra, Australia, that's part of NASA's Deep Space Network, would be undergoing upgrades. It would be offline for most of that time, with brief periods of operation in August and December. A DSS-43 is the only dish with enough signal power to send commands to the Voyagers. The team wanted to make sure that the long dormant thrusters would be available when the dish is back online briefly in August, by which time the thrusters currently in use on Voyager 1 might be completely clogged. The advanced work paid off. On March 20th, the team watched as the spacecraft executed their commands. Because of Voyager's distance, the radio signal takes over 23 hours to travel from spacecraft to Earth, meaning everything the team saw happening had occurred almost a day earlier. If the test had failed, Voyager might already have been in danger, but within 20 minutes, the team saw the temperature of the thruster heaters rise dramatically, and they knew they had succeeded. So think about that, the 40-year-old thrusters that have not worked in 40 years, and all of a sudden, they're on. They're able to turn them on. How long will the Voyagers communicate with Earth? The RTGs on each spacecraft put out 4 watts less each year. Because of this diminishing electrical power, the Voyager team has had to prioritize which instruments to keep on and which ones to turn off. The heaters and other systems have also been turned off one by one as part of the power management. Now, with the latest data on power consumption, Voyager 1 and 2 are expected to remain in contact with Earth until around 2036, depending on how much power they have left. And it'll take 300 years for them to reach the Oort cloud, the edge of the Oort cloud, even traveling at the speed that they're at. and then up to 100,000 years to get through the Oort cloud, which is where all the comets come from, of course. Ultimately, though, the Voyager spacecraft are destined to travel the Milky Way for billions of years. Think about this part. And long after our sun has become a red giant, they may be the only evidence that there was once a civilization that existed on a planet called Earth. I think that's pretty cool.
And if you watch Star Trek, the Klingons used it as target practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a ways out there.
Yeah. So I think it's an incredible feat of engineering myself. It's probably, next to landing on the moon, this is the next engineering marvel, I think, for space exploration for sure.
And then another article I was reading says the Oort cloud is so vast and so populated that they wonder if it'll actually make it through to the other side. But, it's still
100,000 years to find out.
Yeah, and 100,000 years in the Oort cloud, no less.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing that one light day. I'm sure it'll be a big celebration when it does reach the one light day travel time to it. So, anything else, guys, on that topic?
No. That's there's a lot to cover. There's a lot to talk about. And somebody had mentioned that the Voyager and Voyager 2 had nuclear power cells that was actually unique to them in space travel.
Yeah, that's right. They were the first really to have nuclear power because you're out past the sun. You're not going to get anything from solar, right? So
Yeah,
you're going to get it somewhere.
Billions of kilometers away, so the sun is just a little distant object.
the other part was they didn't tell anybody until after it was launched.
Yeah.
Safely.
Yeah.
Because they weren't sure,
I've been checking in on them ever since launch, since 1977 when I first saw them launch. I did watch the launches. I've been checking in on them since then, every couple of months or so. Just how are they making out? What's going on? And every once in a while you'll see this little news article pop up saying, "Oh, the Voyager 1 was in trouble," or its antenna drifted a little bit and they brought it back, or just miracles that they're coming up with, ways that they're extending the life of these spacecraft. Ways that we had never thought of before, right? Power, energy savings, and energy management, I guess, is a big part. So, but amazing missions. I hope we get to see the one light day for both of Voyager 1 and 2.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
All right, let's go from there then to how we're going to Bino Bud next.
Bud of Binos. Sure. I don't need sound for this one, so I'm good.
Okay.
Wayno's Bud.
Alrighty. Binocular target of the week by Bino Bud is the smiley face.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So Auriga comes up as a big pentagon rising in the northeast of the sky with the brightest star Capella in the top corner. After roughly estimating where the center of the pentagon is, scan the area just below and to the right of the central point with binoculars. Very quickly, you'll become across an arc of 7 bright stars that come into view and they look just like, yes, a smiley face. Even the 2 eyes are there. So how would I find it in the sky? Well, tonight it looks like it's clouding over, but if it was clear, I got to keep you astronomers up because at 1 o'clock in the morning is a good time to spot it. So go at 1 o'clock, orient yourself at 65 degrees northeast, look up, you see the bright star Capella, and what you want to do is just come down to around the center, and just below center, you're going to find a smiley face. Now, it's big. You'll be able to see it. A little closer look. There's Capella. Come down to center. A little bit lower, and look, there's a big smiley face right there. You can't get closer than that. What will it look like? Well, there's a picture taken of it, and you get the smiley face, but you'll also get M38 and M36 in the same field of view.
Yes,
So you get three objects for one look. 10 by 50 binoculars. Pretty good size, as you can see here. This is a photo I took of it, actually. So it's a good size object. 10 by 50 binoculars is pretty clear and pretty easy to see. Compared to the full moon, 2 full moons, I would guess. So, yeah, a nice bright target. The stars are easy to pick out. It'll jump out at you with a big smile on its face and say, "Hi, I'm here." And away you go. And this one, I apologize for, but I couldn't resist. Waka, 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 waka.
Oh, no.
And that's Binocular Target of the Week by Bino Bud.
Oh man.
You know, Mike, I'm kind of glad we don't get to see these until the show happens because I probably have to edit them.
Hey, it's
Good
family
idea,
friendly.
Yeah.
You should have duplicated a few of those moons and just kept them going.
Yeah,
And then it
exactly.
looked like they went.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Another great target. Okay,
Alright.
Paul, how about Rosanna's fun fact?
Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can make it happen. Number one.
Okay.
All right. How the hell is share screen here? There we go. All right. And here we go. And this is this week's.
Rosanna's Fun Fact.
Wow. Welcome back, Rosanna, for an absolutely fun fact coming up. In fact, we're going to do an extension of this fun fact after we're done Rosanna's portion. I'm going to put a little addition to it because she brings up such an absolutely wonderful topic to talk about. So let's get right into it. So Rosanna writes, hi, Paul. Tonight I have a real wow of a story concerning the human side of astronomy. Every week, space porn or on Reddit publishes fantastic photos from one amazing telescope or another. And sometimes the posts are just hours apart, like these next two photos. Now let me get those photos up. So there would be the first one. So this was a high mass star forming region, W51A, and a stellar jet blazing on the outskirts of our Milky Way. Now, both of these shots are from the James Webb Space Telescope. But sometimes we get so caught up in all the amazing equipment that we forget that every single little part of every grand type of scope was created, designed, worked on, and built by humans. Of course, computers, programs, and AI, both created by human minds, help with the processes, but there are thousands of humans delving into science of astronomy as their job or their hobby every single day. One has to wonder what inspired each of these individuals. Well, it often begins here with people like these people. I think we know who those folks are. These guys and many others from our club and across our country and in other countries devote many hours to astronomy outreach. It could be our observing night or in the classroom when a child is transfixed, which would be this one right here with our friend Kurt. And like throwing pebbles in a pond, watching the ripples, one never knows their own influence on another through sharing a passion. So now here's the story of the high schooler Matteo Paz and his cosmic algorithm. Now, I don't know if I get a picture of him on this. Hang on. Yes, I do. There it is. Okay. So, in a discovery that sounded more like science fiction than scientific fact, a local high school student has illuminated the universe with 1.5 million previously undetected cosmic objects, all thanks to a cutting edge artificial intelligence algorithm that he developed himself. Matthew Paz's journey from grade school stargaze to published astrophysics researcher is not only remarkable, it's a testament to the power of curiosity, mentorship, and untapped potential of youth at the age of AI. His breakthrough has been formally recognized in the astronomical journey where Paz published a rare single author scientific paper, a feat seldom achieved by even seasoned graduate students, let alone a teenager still finishing high school. But this is no ordinary student, and this is no ordinary story. Now, Paz's interest in the cosmos began early, sparked by evenings spent with his mother at public stargazing lectures hosted by Caltech. These events weren't just recreational, they planted the seeds of lifelong passion. Years later, in the summer of 2022, that passion would take a dramatic turn when he joined Caltech's Planet Finder Academy, a program designed to immerse high school students in the frontier of astronomical research. It was there that he met astronomer and senior scientist Davy Kirkpatrick, who would become his mentor and advocate. Now, Kirkpatrick, a veteran astronomer whose own journey began in a small Tennessee town, was inspired by a mentor of his own, his ninth grade teacher. You might remember NEOWISE, NASA's Near Earth Object Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer, from a previous fun fact, originally tasked with scanning the skies for potentially hazardous asteroids. The infrared telescope quietly collected over a decade's worth of old data, nearly 200 billion data points in total. Though the telescope retired, its treasure trove of information remained largely unexplored, particularly when it came to the variable celestial objects, stars that dimmed, flared, pulsed, or flickered with cosmic rhythm. Now, Kilpatrick had the idea for a summer project, that's him and his mentor, for a summer project, where to go? Yeah, for students to use some of the unexplored data to find variable objects. Paz had no intention of combing through billions of data points manually. His tool of choice was artificial intelligence, specifically machine learning. He enrolled in an elite math academy. He had already been exposed to high level thinking and algorithmic design. With Kirkpatrick's help, Paz learned the necessary astrophysics and began building a custom AI model designed to detect time domain anomalies, objects that varied in brightness over time. The initial prototype showed promise. In a mere 6 weeks, he had created a working machine learning model rather, capable of identifying patterns even veteran scientists have missed. With assistance from some Caltech's most accomplished astronomers who understood and could advise on the limitations of NEOWISE, Paz polished the AI program to the point where it analyzed the raw NEOWISE dataset and flagged, get this, 1.5 million candid objects that exhibited significant brightness variability, quasars, variable stars, pulsating phenomena, and likely supernova, among others. That is pretty freaking cool. So the life of outreach volunteers covers many experiences that may make mistakes. Before I let the students in, sir, that's dark matter. You forgot to take the cap off the lens. How many times have we done that, eh? Oh, and this one, set up the TV for the meteor shower and all the things that you may have missed. Everybody looking the wrong way. This happens to Mike every time we go to a star party. They need incredible amounts of patience. I'll clear up any minute. How many times have we done this?
I got that in a t-shirt.
Oh, look at that. There's a star through a cloud. Let's get it quick. Sometimes their equipment can even get mishandled by outreach participants. How many times have we done that? Oh, but regardless, they soldier on and waiting for the next wow as someone sees Saturn's rings in a telescope for the first time. This is a shout out to all of you. What an absolutely amazing thing to do. Share your time, passion, and equipment to introduce others to the magic of our universe. You truly will never know how greatly you have influenced or inspired other human beings. Thank you all. And that is this week's
Rosetta's Fun Fact.
Yes. Now I'm going to bring something else up in addition to that because of that fun fact that she actually put out there, and it was the inspiration of that mentor that young student had, that he all of a sudden used today's technology and developed that absolutely amazing algorithm that now they've got this algorithm they can use for who knows what. They'll probably expand on it, all because someone took the time to mentor them or at least get them excited about something astronomical. So anyway, as Rosanna pointed out, there's a bunch of us in our area, and Kurt was in there, and the three of us were in there. But there's a way more than that are in there. So I just want to share the faces of some of the people that are in the that are associated with us that come out and help support our local astronomy outreach. So you just give me a second here. I'm going to share the screen one more time. And the very first one, and look at the look on his face. You see, yeah. You want to see what? Our very own Mike Powell.
I like my Einstein haircut.
And we had Trudy and her husband Tim come out and give us a hand. We had Robert Gadet. He's always there with us. He's one of our longtime associates in astronomy. And of course, Pat and her daughter, Yvonne, Bridget. There's Earl now, who's a new member of our organization, who's going to be with us on our outreach activities. Some people, I don't know their names, we had just met. Somebody just happened to come to our Fun Day Star Party with one of those new Celestron Origins, and he was happy as a clam to share it with everybody. A new friend of ours moved down from Ontario, Robert, fine man. We had a really great time with him. He was so great about sharing his telescope with all the campers at Fun Day. And Irish, our new friend, he was with us all summer long, and I absolutely had a wonderful time. He was such a great help in so many ways. And Richard, he's a long time astronomer friend of ours, great astrophotographer, great human being, always there, always willing to help. I don't think I have a picture of Jeanette, but if you see Richard, you'll see Jeanette. And a new young up-and-comer here, Noah. Noah and I did a little video for our club, and Noah's enthusiastic. Mike got him set up with that Dobsonian that you see there. And Noah was so happy to come out and start sharing his knowledge of the sky with other people. Everybody knows, of course, Captain Chris. Captain Chris has been around for a long, long time. And if you see that smile on his face, because you know he's out underneath the stars somewhere. And of course, there's Trudy again. I always try to give Trudy a nice photo of herself because she does such a great job every time she comes out. She's one of the big, and by the way, nobody bakes like Trudy. So just want to put that in there. Yvonne, of course, our great fellow from, actually he's up in the Rogersville area now, and he does the Kushabu Quack parties, but he was with us for all of the star parties this year, and it was really great to see him there. He's such a great astronomer, amateur astronomer. He's always there with good information, and he's really, really, really enthusiastic. There's the sun going down, the beautiful belt that we like to see before the sky gets dark. Another gentleman that joined us, I believe his name is Rajan, but I could be wrong. And I apologize if you're watching and it was wrong, but he was there, had a wonderful time. And of course, our park people, our friends, Denis and Dan. Dan is the one closest to the screen, and Denis is up there all the time. Denis is also an absolutely amazing source of anybody who wants to know anything about insects. He's one of the province's leading insect people. He's an amazing man and a great astronomer, and he brings his astronomy stuff when he's not in Fun Day working in the summers. He also does astronomy outreach in Sussex. So that's just some of the people that I wanted to give a shout out to, because these people, I mean, we do our thing here, but there are so many. Oh, there's one other photo. There was one other photo I didn't get to share. Mike, you sent it to me, and I didn't share it. Pardon me, just 1 second. I'll share that again. There we go. And this was the group. Oh, did I have it? There's somewhere. Hang on. Oh, there it is. There. So this was the amount of astronomers that took their weekend out of their summer to come up and share their telescopes with people from all over the world, because this particular star party is probably the largest one that we have here in New Brunswick. And, we have, 600 to 1,000 people by times in the course of a weekend coming out. So you need a lot of scopes on the field. And these people are tireless with their efforts to come out and help us. Some of the people I didn't mention there would be Emil, and who else? Pat's daughter right there, Matt. Who else? I can't remember this gentleman's name. Awesome guy. He sent some photos for us. These two people here just bought a brand new telescope, put it on the field, and we had some time to get to know them and set up their scope. And they stayed all weekend long and shared the night sky with everybody. So this is, I don't know how many people here, 2, 4, 6,
19.
8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. And that wasn't all of them, because Noah wasn't there. I think there was 2 others that weren't there.
Yeah,
So there were over 20 people that volunteered their whole weekend so they could share their enthusiasm with other people, and the other people that were there will catch that fever and they are out there enjoying the wonderful night sky because of a lot of these folks. So that's what I wanted to say and put a shout out to them. So hats off to those. I'll take my hat off, but I blow up the picture here. Anyway, so there you go. So thank you everybody that was with all the star parties this summer. We really appreciate it, and you never know who you are going to influence that someday just might be that next NASA astronaut. You just don't know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the plus side of it all for sure.
Yeah.
Somebody here is looking for the image of the, not the pale blue dot image, but I think it was the NASA family portrait. Hang on a second. Just bear with me for a second here. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
We're bearing.
talking back on Voyager 1. There it is. Yeah. So let me share the screen here. Good. This is for Heidi. Heidi. Oh, sorry. Do that. Stop share. Cancel.
The one taken by Voyager?
Uh,
The one taken by Voyager in 1990?
yeah, that's it. I think I got it here. This one here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first ever system family portrait, 1990. So before they turned off the camera to Voyager 1, Carl Sagan, who probably everybody out there has an idea who he was, just an amazing man, and you can catch his series called Cosmos right now, still on YouTube. If you have an opportunity to go back and check it out, you'd find that there's not a whole lot of difference from the time that he produced that show till now. Anyway, he convinced NASA to turn on their camera one last time when Voyager 1 was out. I think it was 3 billion kilometers, or no, it must have been more than that. Anyway, there was a number, and maybe it's in here, is it? Solar system portrait. Yeah, 60 images captured by NASA Voyagers. So 6 of our solar system planets. It remains the first and only time so far a spacecraft has attempted to photograph our home solar system. Only 3 spacecraft have been capable of making such an observation from such a distance: Voyager 1, Voyager 2, and New Horizons. But it was only Voyager 1 that did it from 6 billion kilometers from the Sun. There it is. Well, these are the images that it had: Venus, Earth, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, all in this family portrait, which was an amazing thing to have. Like, you know, that's the first time we've actually seen our solar system from outside, right? And it was nice that, it was cool that NASA agreed to let this happen. And after that, the cameras were turned off and they have never been on since, and never will be. Anyway, it also brings in that photo known as the pale blue dot, revealing Earth was a tiny dot within a scattered ray of sunlight. Voyager 1 was so far away that from its vantage point, Earth was a crescent about the size of 1 pixel. So that was us, 1 pixel. As Carl Sagan had said, that's the pale blue dot. Everyone that you ever knew, everyone that ever lived and died, all lived in that one little dot, suspended in the sunbeam. So pretty cool. That's the family portrait shot, and it led to the pale blue dot story and the book and a little bit. So that works for you, Heidi.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get on into some photos maybe next. Just gonna switch my screens here for a second. And I open up my files. And they should be right here. And I should be moving here. Find out where I'm gonna put them. Maybe I'll put them on the screen. And then I'll transition back to, no, you guys won't be able to see, no, that's right, you guys won't be able to see, yes, you will be able to see it. Hold on a second. There. Now I can share my screen, I think. I'm going to share from here to this one and share, and then bring us back to their meet.
There you go.
There we go. Full screen. There, okay, so what have we got? Well, these come from Trish wrote to her. Trish says, "Hi Chris, my friend Patty Anglin is on a cruise ship off the coast of Athens, and she sent these photos from the lunar eclipse." Now this was I didn't get these on the last program, but she sent them in, so I finally get them up here. So here they are. So thank you for those, Patty. On a cruise ship, looking up. There you go.
That's something, eh?
Can't complain about that. And thank you, Trish, for sharing those. Okay, I'm going to go to David Smard's picture now.
Saturday
David
night.
said, Friday night, he said, I took these pictures with my 8-inch SCT. The camera was a ZWO224 MC video and changed with ASI Studio. So not bad.
Not bad at all.
Got the rings quite well,
Yeah.
and the bands, a couple of bands you can see quite well in
Yeah.
Saturn. Yeah, it's
Nicely
really
done.
good.
Nicely done, Dave. Okay, I'm going to switch over to Mark Ficken here. I grabbed a few of your pictures, Mark. I didn't get to see your note before we went live there, so I've got a couple here. I think I picked them up earlier. So last night, the double cluster, he said NGC 869 and 864 were successfully reframed to include NGC 957 up here in the corner, a fine, compact, and readily accessible open cluster for small telescopes and binoculars, imaged locally in Bronte with the C-Star S30.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, nice for the wide field stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, he says, and along with the double cluster, NGC 957 is part of the Perseus OB1 group of stars. So yeah, just beautiful clusters of stars there.
And he's got some nomenclature on a bunch of different items there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Well, like ASI Air, I can click a button and it'll put that in for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
It'll annotate your picture for you, I guess.
It's a beautiful piece of the sky. If you can see the Cassiopeia, the W shape, just follow down on that first part of the W, first V, I guess, down to make a large triangle, and you'll see them right there.
Yeah.
They're easily visible naked eye from a dark spot. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never cool either.
Yeah. Now he says another difficult target in object in dark skies to see, and the impossible one in urban skies. He says the Wizard Nebula, shown here after 2 nights of gathering light. The open cluster associated with it is readily visible within the borders of the constellation Cepheus, and imaged locally in Bronte with the C-Star S30. So,
Wow.
nicely done.
Yeah, there you go.
Good detail there. Thanks, Mark. Okay, I'm going to go from there to this one from Danny Butler. Danny, I caught this off the Charlotte County Astronomy page, so this is my final image of the Lion Nebula. Ended up with 15 hours of data, he says. So
Wow.
cool. Yeah.
So I'll wait for you to read out his detail.
That's all I had.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, you use some, looks like either a dual band filter or some narrow band stuff going on.
Hmm.
Can't really tell from that image, but anyway, nice. Lots of detail.
The detail is incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Well done.
Very done. Very well done.
Right, I'm going to go from there to Chris Benoit. Just capture here another night of astroimaging. He said this one a couple of weeks ago and again last night. Did not get the full picture here, but in due time I will. He says Lagoon Nebula M8 with C-Star S50.
Yes, sir.
C-Stars are really getting popular.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty popular. It's a pretty bright target. I remember when I first started looking at that southern part of the sky, and there was that one, and the Swan, and the Trifid, and the Eagle.
Yeah.
Those are the ones in that area that really just jump right off the page.
Yeah.
So those little C-Star telescopes, they really do a good job on those.
They do. Yeah. Absolutely.
You just got to stop pointing a green laser at it when you're taking a picture.
That's true. Oh, anyway, okay, we're going to go back now to this one from
Francois.
Francois Theriault. Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
Francois has NGC 6820 here.
Yeah.
6823 is down in the corner. 6820 emission nebula. There you go. Okay. And 6823 as well, the cloud sculpting star cluster in Vulpecula. On a whim, he said, I decided to take a last look at Cygnus and neighbors before they are too low on the horizon to image for this year. He said, I came upon an interesting target, NGC 6823, the cloud sculpting star cluster, and NGC 6820, the emission nebula surrounding it. Now, they are situated in Vulpecula, next door to M27, the Dumbbell Nebula. The star cluster is comprised of mainly young blue stars. The nebula pillars are cocoons of dust with stars forming within it. The clouds are being eroded by the stellar winds from the young hot stars. We can see the erosion pattern as radiating out of the star cluster. See, it says see the annotated image. So that's it there. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, nice detail, nice explanation.
Amazing, yeah. He does some fantastic stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, I'm just going to get to his details here. So telescope was a Malincam VRC8, focal length of 1620 millimeters. Camera was a ZWO ASI 1600 millimeter Pro. Exposures, H alpha 23 by 180, oxygen 3, 31 by 300, S2 for 40 by 300 seconds. Total of 6.1 hours of data collection. A lot of data.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. Thank you, Francois. And I'm going to go on to another one from him, the Dark
Ooh,
Shark Nebula.
wow.
That's cool.
It looks more like a rat to me.
You think? Yeah. Yeah, it does kind of, doesn't it?
I
Yeah,
don't know. It kind of looks like a face screaming at me. It's the eye on top and the nose sticking out,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. It looks like a rat,
a mouth screaming at you.
but it could be a shark too. It's got the teeth, the top teeth, of like the shark, I guess.
A bull shark.
Bull shark, yeah.
He says
A
it's
radish.
a dark nebula in Cepheus. The nebulosity is composed of interstellar dust, so dense that it obstructs the light behind it.
Wow.
We can.
Oh, is that a galaxy in the back end of it right there?
Top and bottom?
Here,
right there.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Okay.
Not sure.
So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in that.
Yeah.
There is.
Be interesting to see the data, what that is. But anyway, nice job on the gases.
He says that we can VDB 150 in the upper section of the object. We can see VDB 150 in the upper section of the object. Up here, I guess.
Huh?
As the bluish nebula zone. Oh, sorry, here.
Yeah, you
Well,
can see three.
VDB 149 is a lower bluish area.
Yeah.
Down there. We can
One
also
above
see a
it
small
there.
galaxy to the right of center of PGC 767. That must be it there.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Hard
go.
target to capture with my Bortle 7 skies. Wow, yeah, I'll say.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And difficult to process since the dust cloud is so dim. Telescope was an Explorer Scientific 80 ED. Wow, cool. Focal length of 480 millimeter. Camera is ASI 183 millimeter Pro. Total data collection was 8.4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Quite well.
Nice job.
Nice shot.
Keep up the good work there, Francois. I'm going to grab Mr. Powell's picture here. Friday's moon, the waxing in the wing give us face, I guess.
Hey, that's nice
75.6%.
chart.
Yeah. The
What's
visible
that?
disc. What's that, Paul?
No, I just said that's nice and sharp.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Was actually taken out a window.
Is it really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Stephen Tompkins is on here. Hey, Steve. Great show, he says. Nice to see you all live.
Hey,
Wow.
Steve. Hello, how you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. Friday's moon waning gibbous phase, he said, with 76% of the visible lunar disk illuminated by the sun, 19.62 days old, and its 29.5 day phase cycle. Next new moon will occur on Sunday, the 21st of September, and in mono and in mineral. Right, Mike?
There
Yeah.
you go.
There you go.
Just pump up the saturation on it.
Yeah,
That comes out nice.
it does, yeah. Nice job.
Yeah.
That's a different shot for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And if you wanted to send in photos, I don't know if I got these in, I guess may have got these in the wrong order, but I had to send to a thought in there. Maybe I put it in the wrong spot. There it is. There it is.
Sure.
Send your images to astronomybythebay@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to have them up on our next broadcast. As long as you send them by noon on Sunday, because that's when I do the final parts of this program. So if you can send them by noon on Sunday, that would be great. Now go back to what's up this week. A little bit here. First of all, next 2 weeks is the zodiacal light. Well, this zodiacal light is a faint, diffuse, triangular glow that appears in the night sky caused by sunlight reflecting off a disk of dust particles orbiting the sun. It's also known as false dawn or false dusk because it is best seen shortly before sunrise or after sunset. I believe it's the dawn one right now. Light is caused by the scattering of sunlight off the interplanetary dust clouds. Thick pancake-shaped cloud of cosmic dust that lies in the plane of the solar system, known as the ecliptic. Dust is replaced by comets as they pass through the solar system.
Replenished.
Asteroids, which are collisions between asteroids in the main belt, create debris that adds to the dust cloud. And Mars. Some studies suggest that dust storms on Mars could also contribute to the interplanetary dust. So,
Right on.
yeah, it's pretty
So,
cool thing to
so
see.
the dawn ones, they're the ones that face the west,
Dawn
and
ones.
then the dusk ones are the ones that face the north
No, it's east and west, but I'm not
or east.
sure.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
it's dawn ones in the east and it's the dusk ones in the west.
Yeah.
But I think it's the dawn ones this time of year. Maybe somebody can check that out for me, or one of you guys might be able to check it out.
yeah, because I got them. I went out with Trudy one time
Right? Yeah.
out to that beach that we go to, not where you can see Split Rock,
Mm-hmm.
and it was we got them at around midnight, and that was I'm assuming the dusk one,
Okay.
and that was facing the east.
Dusk facing east.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
supposed to be the dusk where it comes up or whatever, but it just makes sense that at dusk you're facing the east. That's where they come up.
Well, I think it's going to be in one of my slides here shortly because Lisa has.
Yeah,
I got Lisa's
okay, it'd
book
be
up.
interesting to see
Yeah.
because I know I was facing east when we saw it, but I'm pretty sure it was at nighttime as the sun was setting. We went out to get it.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead to. I might do it too far. No, I didn't. I don't think. No. Yeah. Okay. Got to go here. So on Tuesday, before sunrise, get up early, look to the east to witness the waning crescent moon as it greets the gas giant Jupiter. Now, the pair will be best viewed together in binoculars. They're about 5 degrees, less than 5 degrees apart. So that in the corner is your view through 10 by 50 binoculars. So you can be able to get the two of them in the same field of view. That's on Tuesday. Following that, we got this really nice one coming up on Friday morning. This is probably one of the nicer ones of the year right here. We've got a very thin waning crescent moon. We have bright Venus and the bright star Regulus, which is one of the main stars in Leo. And they're all going to be within 1.5 degrees, so just 3 widths of the full moon will fit all of those objects together. So try to take some time on Friday morning before breakfast to get out and take a look at that one. That would be one of the better shows of the year. Okay, here we are. Where's that? Dark Sky Challenge. Zodiacal light east before twilight. For the next 2 weeks, before sunrise. Paul?
Okay, so
In
before
east
sunrise, so that's the dawn. So yeah, so we must have went out before sunrise. Yeah, because now that you say that, now I'm thinking as the sun was coming up, I was starting to take images of the sunrise.
Right, okay.
So that makes sense.
So
Okay,
yeah,
there we go.
the fall ones are before sunrise, and then I think the spring ones are after sunset.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, this is Lisa's chart. Lisa's look up Astronomy more. Find her there. She puts a great chart out with the events for the month. Obviously, a great chart because we just referred to it. Here's the dates of the month that they're available, the peak times for those events, and what you need to see them with, naked eye, binoculars, or a telescope. Now you can find Lisa at Ruby Moonbeams on Instagram, Mastodon, Facebook, Threads, and also on Blue Sky. And finally, our September-October calendar here that you can download at sjastronomy.ca. Just go there, pick the calendar out. This is a great calendar that Kurt Nason puts out for us, a full 6 weeks of what's happening in the night sky for the next 6 weeks. So try to find that at sjastronomy.ca. And I'm going to stop sharing.
One more thing to add.
Yes, sir.
If nobody's gone out and seen what's called a 5-year cycle meteor shower, there's the peak is tonight for the Cygnus meteor shower. Comes every 5 years.
Oh, really?
Oh.
The last count when they went out and a group did it, they counted 449 in dark skies for the night. They don't know how many you'll see per hour. But the Cygnus meteor shower peak is tonight. And guess where it's at? Cygnus.
Hey,
So,
almost overhead.
yeah, whatever.
You
I don't
can
think
look
I'll
in
go
any
for that one,
direction,
but thanks
really.
anyway. Anyway, okay, well, so in closing tonight, thank you all for joining us again this evening. Been a real pleasure to edutain you once more. Our special thanks again goes out to Rosanna, of course, for her continued contributions to our program. Thank you, Rosanna. Really appreciate it. Also, special thanks to all of you who share our program. We really appreciate that as well. Remember, too, we do love getting your photos, so send them into astronomybythebay@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to include them on our next broadcast. Yes, we will. If you have a suggestion for a topic for a future show, we are going to start getting into the FYI, or DIY. DIY types of projects. How to collimate your telescope, how to clean your eyepieces, right, Mike?
Yep, yep.
That kind of stuff. So that's coming up. We're going to start with our next program. Anyway, if you do have a topic that you'd like us to discuss, please send it to the same address. Please do let your friends and family know that we are back here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook to entertain you on astronomy and the wonders of the night sky. So, for now then, from Mike, Paul, and Rosanna and I, we wish you all a safe and happy week, everybody. Lots of clear skies. As we like to say, guys, open your eyes to view the skies and keep your scopes pointed up.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone. Have a great week. And I think we're going to sign out now.